Alex loved computers. He loved the way you could tell them exactly what to do, and they would just do it. No arguing, no complaining, just pure, logical execution. From the time he was a little kid, taking apart old radios and trying to build his own video games, he knew he wanted to be a coder. Now, fresh out of college with a shiny new computer science degree, Alex was ready to take on the world. He pictured himself working in a sleek, modern office, surrounded by other brilliant minds, all collaborating on cutting-edge technology. He imagined brainstorming sessions, fueled by endless coffee and creative energy. He dreamed of contributing to projects that would change the world, making people's lives easier and better. Alex wasn't just good at coding, he was passionate about it. He devoured coding books and online tutorials in his spare time. He participated in coding competitions, often placing near the top. He even built his own website to showcase his projects, a testament to his skills and dedication. He had a natural talent for problem solving, breaking down complex challenges into smaller, more manageable steps. He enjoyed the challenge of finding elegant and efficient solutions, the satisfaction of seeing his code come to life. Alex's enthusiasm was infectious. He could talk for hours about the latest programming languages, the intricacies of algorithms, and the potential of artificial intelligence. His friends often teased him about being a computer nerd, but they also admired his knowledge and his unwavering dedication to his craft. He helped them with their computer problems, debugged their code, and always had a helpful suggestion. He was confident he'd land a great job quickly. All he needed was the opportunity to prove himself. He dreamed of working at one of the big tech companies, the ones with the cool perks and the even cooler projects. Google, Apple, Microsoft, these were the names that fueled his ambition. He spent weeks perfecting his resume and crafting compelling cover letters, highlighting his skills, his experience, and his unwavering passion for coding. He practiced his interview skills, anticipating common questions and preparing thoughtful answers. He was ready. Or so he thought. The first rejection stung, but Alex brushed it off. Plenty of fish in the sea, he told himself, reviewing his resume one more time. Maybe he could rephrase his experience with Python, make it sound even more impressive. He tweaked a few words, double-checked his spelling, and submitted another application to a different company. Then came the second rejection. And the third. And the fourth. Each email started with a polite greeting, thanking him for his interest, followed by the dreaded sentence, "We regret to inform you." The reasons varied: highly competitive applicant pool, skills not aligned with current needs, we decided to move forward with other candidates. But the result was always the same: rejection. A montage of rejection emails flashed across Alex's computer screen. Each one felt like a punch to the gut. The polite language became mocking in his mind. "We appreciate your interest." "Yeah, right. We wish you the best in your job search." "Thanks, but maybe you could have just given me a chance." He started to doubt himself. Was his resume not good enough? Were his skills lacking? Was he simply not cut out for the tech world? He spent hours comparing his qualifications to those listed in the job descriptions, trying to identify what he was missing. He took online courses to learn new programming languages and frameworks, hoping to make himself more marketable. The rejections piled up, each one chipping away at his confidence. The sleek, modern office he had envisioned now seemed like a distant dream. The brainstorming sessions and world-changing projects faded into a hazy fantasy. He started avoiding his friends, embarrassed to admit that he was still unemployed. He stopped attending coding competitions, fearing that he would be judged for his lack of success. The joy he once found in coding began to dwindle, replaced by a gnawing sense of frustration and disappointment. He would stare at his computer screen, the cursor blinking mockingly, and feel a wave of hopelessness wash over him. The once beloved computer now felt like an enemy, a constant reminder of his failures. The dream was turning into a nightmare. The endless possibilities seemed to be shrinking with each passing day. The weight of constant rejection became unbearable. Alex started sleeping in, missing deadlines, and losing interest in everything. His apartment, once a haven of coding projects and creative energy, became cluttered and neglected. Empty pizza boxes and energy drink cans littered the floor, a testament to his declining motivation. He'd spend hours staring blankly at the ceiling, wondering if he had chosen the wrong path. Maybe coding wasn't for him. Maybe he wasn't as talented as he thought. Maybe he should just give up and find a normal job, something stable and predictable, even if it wasn't his passion. His parents, sensing his despair, tried to offer encouragement. Maybe it's just the market, his mom said, her voice filled with concern. Things will get better. His dad suggested looking into government jobs, emphasizing the security and benefits. But their words felt hollow, failing to penetrate the wall of negativity that surrounded him. One particularly difficult day, Alex sat at his computer, staring at yet another rejection email. This one was particularly brutal, pointing out specific flaws in his code samples. He slammed his laptop shut, tears welling up in his eyes. "What's the point?" he whispered to himself. "I'm never going to make it." He considered selling his computer, the very tool that had once brought him so much joy. He imagined packing up his belongings, moving back in with his parents, and resigning himself to a life of mediocrity. The dream of working in tech, of making a difference in the world, seemed impossibly out of reach. He scrolled through job postings for unrelated fields, retail, customer service, data entry. The thought of doing something so mundane, so unfulfilling, filled him with dread. But the fear of continued rejection, of endless disappointment, was even stronger. He felt trapped, caught between a dream that seemed unattainable and a reality that felt unbearable. He truly hit rock bottom, a place where hope seemed to have vanished completely. He almost clicked on an application for a job at a local grocery store. It would be steady work, at least. As Alex was about to submit the grocery store application, a memory flickered in his mind. It was his sophomore year of college, and he was struggling to keep up with his history class. The professor lectured quickly, and Alex's notes were a chaotic mess of scribbles and abbreviations. He tried different methods, color coding, outlining, even recording the lectures, but nothing seemed to work. Then came the midterm. Alex studied for hours, poring over his disorganized notes, but he couldn't make sense of them. He felt overwhelmed and unprepared. The result was disastrous. He failed the exam miserably. The failure had a domino effect, impacting his grade in the class and shaking his confidence. He remembered how frustrated he had been, wishing there was a better way to organize his notes, a way to connect ideas and track his progress. He had even started sketching out a rough design for an app that would help students like him. But then, he got busy with other classes, and the idea faded into the background. Now, staring at the grocery store application, that memory resurfaced with surprising clarity. He thought about all the other students who must be struggling with the same problem. The messy notes, the missed deadlines, the overwhelming feeling of being lost in a sea of information. It was a common problem, a problem he had personally experienced. A spark of excitement flickered within him, a tiny ember in the darkness. Maybe, just maybe, he could use his coding skills to solve this problem. Maybe he could build that app he had envisioned years ago, an app that would help students learn and succeed. It wouldn't be working for a big tech company, but it would be using his skills to make a real difference in people's lives. And maybe, just maybe, it would be a way to rekindle his passion for coding. He closed the grocery store application. An idea was forming. A plan was taking shape. He had a problem to solve. The moment Alex decided to build the note-taking app, a surge of energy coursed through him. It was like a switch had been flipped. The darkness that had been clouding his mind began to dissipate, replaced by a renewed sense of purpose. He dusted off his laptop, the same one he had almost sold, and opened his coding software. The blinking cursor no longer felt mocking, instead, it felt like a challenge, an invitation to create something new. He spent hours brainstorming ideas, sketching out user interfaces, and planning the app's features. He envisioned a clean, intuitive design that would be easy for students to use. He wanted it to be more than just a digital notebook, he wanted it to be a powerful learning tool. He decided to call it Study Smart. It would allow students to create notes, organize them by subject, and tag them with keywords. It would also include features for creating flashcards, practice quizzes, and collaborative study groups. He wanted to incorporate features he always wished he had when he was struggling. With renewed focus, Alex started coding. He worked late into the night, fueled by coffee and the excitement of building something meaningful. The rejections from the tech companies faded into the background, replaced by the satisfaction of seeing his app take shape. He treated this project differently than he had approached job applications. This time, he wasn't trying to impress anyone or meet specific requirements. He was simply trying to solve a problem he cared about. He coded for himself, for the students who were struggling, and for the sheer joy of creating something useful. In his spare time, between searching for odd jobs to pay the bills, Alex dedicated every free moment to study smart. He researched different coding techniques, experimented with new designs, and constantly refined his code. He rediscovered his passion for coding, the thrill of problem solving, and the satisfaction of seeing his ideas come to life. He felt like he was finally on the right track, doing something that truly mattered. The aha moment had transformed him, reigniting his spark and giving him a new sense of direction. The coding journey wasn't always smooth sailing. Alex faced countless challenges along the way. There were bugs in his code that took days to track down, features that didn't work as planned, and design decisions that had to be completely scrapped. He often felt like he was banging his head against a wall, struggling to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. One particular challenge was integrating the flashcard feature. He wanted it to be seamless and intuitive, allowing students to create and study flashcards with ease. But the initial code was clunky and slow, and the user interface was confusing. He spent weeks experimenting with different approaches, trying to find a solution that worked. He also struggled with the design of the collaborative study group feature. He wanted to create a safe and secure environment where students could connect with each other, share notes, and work together on assignments. But he had to consider issues like privacy, moderation, and the potential for misuse. Despite the challenges, Alex never gave up. He was determined to see his vision through. He spent countless hours researching new technologies, watching online tutorials, and seeking advice from other developers. He learned new programming languages, mastered complex algorithms, and honed his problem-solving skills. He even reached out to some of his old college professors, asking for their feedback on the app's design and features. They were impressed by his dedication and offered valuable suggestions for improvement. Their encouragement kept him motivated and focused. Slowly but surely, the app began to take shape. The flashcard feature became more polished and user-friendly. The collaborative study group feature became more secure and reliable. Alex meticulously refined every aspect of the app, paying attention to even the smallest details. He was obsessed with creating a perfect product, something that he could be truly proud of. He wanted Study Smart to be more than just an app, he wanted it to be a valuable tool that would help students succeed. He would often skip meals and lose sleep, completely absorbed in his work, driven by the unwavering belief in his vision. After months of hard work, Alex finally felt ready to share Study Smart with the world. But instead of launching it directly on the App Store, he decided to release a beta version to a small group of students. He wanted to get feedback from real users before making it available to the general public. He reached out to some of his friends who were still in college, as well as some students he had met at coding events. He explained his vision for the app and asked them if they would be willing to try it out and provide feedback. To his surprise, many students were eager to participate. They were tired of struggling with disorganized notes and were excited to try a new tool that could help them learn more effectively. Alex sent out invitations to download the beta version of Study Smart, along with a detailed survey asking for their honest opinions. He encouraged them to use the app for their studies, to explore all of its features, and to report any bugs or suggestions for improvement. The feedback started pouring in, and Alex was overwhelmed by the response. Some students loved the app, praising its intuitive design and powerful features. Others had suggestions for improvement, pointing out areas where the app could be more user-friendly or more effective. One student suggested adding a feature to automatically generate study guides from notes. Another student suggested improving the search functionality to make it easier to find specific information. A third student reported a bug that caused the app to crash when creating flashcards with images. Alex carefully reviewed all of the feedback, taking notes and prioritizing the most important issues. He realized that the beta testing process was invaluable. It allowed him to identify problems he had overlooked and to gain insights into how real users were interacting with the app. He spent the next few weeks working tirelessly to implement the feedback. He fixed the bugs, improved the user interface, and added new features based on the students' suggestions. He was amazed at how much the app had improved as a result of the beta testing process. It was now even better than he had originally envisioned. He felt ready to launch. The day Alex launched StudySmart on the App Store was a mix of excitement and anxiety. He had poured his heart and soul into this app, and now it was time to share it with the world. He meticulously crafted the App Store description, highlighting its key features and benefits. He designed a visually appealing icon that would stand out in the crowded App Store. He even created a short video demonstrating how the app worked. He clicked the Submit button, and the app was officially live. He felt a surge of adrenaline rush through him. He kept refreshing the App Store page, waiting for the first download. He told himself it was going to be okay. This was what he worked for, this was his dream. He was nervous. What if no one downloaded it? What if people downloaded it but didn't like it? What if all his hard work was for nothing? He tried to push those thoughts out of his head, reminding himself of the positive feedback he had received from the beta testers. He believed in his app, and he believed that it could help students learn more effectively. He promoted the app on social media, reaching out to his friends, family, and former classmates. He even contacted some education bloggers and influencers, asking them to review the app. He knew that getting the word out was crucial to its success. He waited anxiously, checking the download numbers every few hours. The first few days were slow. Only a handful of people downloaded the app. Alex started to feel discouraged. Was he wrong about its potential? Was his app just another drop in the ocean of the App Store? But he refused to give up. He knew that it would take time for the app to gain traction. He continued to promote it, to refine its features, and to respond to user feedback. He remained hopeful that, eventually, StudySmart would find its audience and make a real difference in the lives of students. He knew in his heart that he had created something special, something that could help people. He just needed to give it time. He needed to believe. The first few weeks after the launch were quiet. Download numbers trickled in at a snail's pace. Alex checked the App Store analytics obsessively, hoping to see a surge in activity. But the graph remained stubbornly flat. He started to wonder if he had made a mistake. Maybe the app wasn't as good as he thought. Maybe the market was already saturated with similar apps. But then, something started to happen. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the download numbers began to creep upward. He noticed a few positive reviews appearing on the App Store, praising the app's intuitive design and helpful features. Students were saying that StudySmart was helping them organize their notes, study more effectively, and improve their grades. Word of mouth began to spread. Students started telling their friends about the app. They shared it on social media, recommending it to their classmates. They even created study groups specifically for StudySmart users. Alex started receiving emails from students, thanking him for creating such a helpful tool. They shared stories of how the app had transformed their learning experience, helping them overcome challenges and achieve their academic goals. These emails were incredibly rewarding, reminding Alex why he had created the app in the first place. He continued to respond to user feedback, fixing bugs, adding new features, and constantly improving the app. He treated every user as if they were his only customer, going above and beyond to provide excellent support. The growth was slow and steady, but it was organic. It was driven by real users who were genuinely benefiting from the app. Alex realized that he didn't need a viral marketing campaign or a massive advertising budget. All he needed was a good product and a loyal user base. And that's exactly what he was building. He learned the power of word of mouth, the importance of customer satisfaction, and the value of creating something that truly helped people. The app was quietly gaining traction, one student at a time. One morning, Alex woke up to a flurry of notifications on his phone. He usually ignored the early morning buzz, but something felt different. He checked his email and saw dozens of new messages, all with the same subject line, Study Smart Review. Confused, he opened the first email and saw a link to a blog post on the Study Hub, a popular website dedicated to providing study tips and resources for students. He clicked on the link and his heart skipped a beat. The blog post was a glowing review of Study Smart. The author, a well-respected education blogger named Sarah Miller, praised the app's intuitive design, powerful features, and overall effectiveness. She called it the ultimate note-taking and study tool for students and recommended it to all of her readers. Alex couldn't believe his eyes. He read the review over and over again, savoring every word. He had always admired Sarah Miller and respected her opinion. To have her endorse his app was a dream come true. He checked the App Store analytics and his jaw dropped. Downloads were skyrocketing. In a matter of hours, Study Smart had gone from a relatively unknown app to one of the most popular education apps on the App Store. Students were downloading it by the thousands, eager to try it out for themselves. The positive review from the Study Hub had been the turning point. It had provided the app with the exposure it needed to reach a wider audience. It had validated Alex's hard work and confirmed that he had created something truly valuable. He felt a surge of gratitude towards Sarah Miller and the Study Hub. He sent her an email, thanking her for her review and expressing his appreciation for her support. He also reached out to his beta testers, thanking them for their valuable feedback and letting them know about the app's newfound success. He knew this was just the beginning. The glowing review opened doors he never knew existed. The weeks and months that followed were a whirlwind of growth and recognition for Study Smart. The app continued to climb the charts, becoming a staple for students around the world. Alex was amazed at how quickly it had spread, transforming from a small project into a global phenomenon. He received hundreds of emails every day from students sharing their success stories. They talked about how Study Smart had helped them organize their notes, improve their study habits, and ace their exams. They praised its user-friendly interface, its powerful features, and its overall effectiveness. Alex started compiling these stories into testimonials, showcasing the impact that Study Smart was having on students' lives. He featured them on the app's website and social media pages, further amplifying the app's positive message. He also received recognition from various organizations and publications. Study Smart was featured in several education magazines, highlighting its innovative approach to learning. Alex was invited to speak at conferences and workshops, sharing his story and inspiring other aspiring entrepreneurs. He even received an award from his alma mater, recognizing him as a successful alumnus who had made a significant contribution to the field of education. His parents, who had initially doubted his career path, were now incredibly proud of his accomplishments. The app was helping thousands of students achieve their academic goals, and Alex felt a deep sense of satisfaction knowing that he had made a real difference in their lives. The initial rejections from the tech companies now seemed like a distant memory. He had found his own path to success, a path that was far more rewarding than he could have ever imagined. He wasn't just building an app, he was building a community of learners, empowering them to achieve their full potential. The recognition was nice, but the real reward was knowing he was helping others. One day, Alex received an email from a journalist named Maria Rodriguez. She was a writer for Forbes magazine, and she had come across StudySmart while researching innovative education apps. She was impressed by the app's success and intrigued by Alex's story. She explained that she wanted to write an article about his journey, from facing rejection from tech companies to building a successful app that was helping thousands of students. She believed that his story was inspiring and would resonate with readers. Alex was hesitant at first. He was still a bit self-conscious about the rejections he had faced early in his career. But Maria convinced him that his story was worth telling, that it could encourage other aspiring entrepreneurs to pursue their dreams, even in the face of adversity. They scheduled a phone interview, and Alex shared his story with Maria, from his early passion for coding to his struggles with job hunting to his aha moment and the creation of StudySmart. He talked about the challenges he had faced, the lessons he had learned, and the rewards he had reaped. Maria was a skilled interviewer, and she asked insightful questions that helped Alex delve deeper into his experiences. She was genuinely interested in his story, and she treated him with respect and empathy. After the interview, Maria spent several weeks researching Alex and StudySmart. She interviewed students who were using the app, educators who were recommending it, and other entrepreneurs who had been inspired by his story. Finally, she sent Alex a draft of the article for his review. He read it carefully, making a few minor edits and providing some additional information. He was impressed by Maria's writing and her ability to capture the essence of his journey. He felt that she had accurately portrayed his struggles, his triumphs, and his passion for helping students. He gave her his approval, and the article was scheduled for publication. He had no idea how much it would change his life. The day the Forbes article was published, Alex woke up to a text message from his mom. "Alex. Check Forbes. You're on the front page." He grabbed his phone and opened the Forbes website. His heart skipped a beat. There it was, his picture staring back at him from the front page, alongside the headline, "From Rejection to Revolution, How One Coder Built a $1 Million App After Facing Countless Setbacks." He clicked on the article and started reading. Maria had done an incredible job of capturing his story, highlighting his struggles, his triumphs, and his passion for helping students. The article was well written, informative, and inspiring. The response was immediate and overwhelming. His phone started ringing off the hook. He received hundreds of emails, messages, and social media notifications. People from all over the world were reaching out to congratulate him, to share their own stories of overcoming adversity, and to express their admiration for his accomplishments. StudySmart's download skyrocketed once again. The app was now being featured on news websites, TV shows, and radio programs. Alex was being interviewed by journalists from all over the world. He was suddenly a celebrity in the tech and education worlds. The front-page article in Forbes had transformed his life overnight. It had brought him national attention, validating his hard work and solidifying his position as a successful entrepreneur. The rejections he had faced early in his career were now a distant memory, replaced by a sense of pride and accomplishment. He had proven that anything is possible with perseverance, determination, and a passion for solving problems. He had gone from being a rejected coder to a front-page success story. He could barely believe it. This was bigger than he ever imagined. The success of the Forbes article led to a whirlwind of new opportunities for Alex. He was invited to appear on several national TV shows, sharing his story with a wider audience. He was nervous at first, but he quickly got comfortable in front of the camera, speaking passionately about his journey and the importance of perseverance. He also started receiving offers from investors who were interested in funding StudySmart's continued growth. He carefully considered each offer, weighing the pros and cons, and ultimately decided to partner with a venture capital firm that shared his vision for the app. With the new funding, Alex was able to hire a team of talented developers, designers, and marketers, allowing him to scale StudySmart and reach even more students. He expanded the app's features, added new languages, and created a more robust support system. As he reflected on his journey, Alex realized how far he had come. Just 2 years ago, he was a discouraged coder facing constant rejection. Now, he was the founder of a successful company that was making a positive impact on the world. He realized that the rejections he had faced early in his career were actually a blessing in disguise. They had forced him to think outside the box, to identify a problem that he was passionate about solving, and to create his own path to success. He also realized the importance of perseverance. There were times when he felt like giving up, when he doubted his abilities, and when he wondered if it was all worth it. But he kept pushing forward, driven by his belief in his vision and his desire to help students. He learned that success is not about avoiding failure, it's about learning from your mistakes, embracing challenges, and never giving up on your dreams. He hoped his story would inspire others to do the same. His reflection became his motivation to continue growing and helping. The offers from investors were exciting, but helping students was still his driving force. As Study Smart continued to thrive, Alex felt a strong desire to give back to the community that had supported him. He remembered his own struggles as a student and an aspiring coder, and he wanted to help others overcome similar challenges. He decided to start a scholarship program for students pursuing degrees in computer science and related fields. The scholarship would provide financial assistance to deserving students, helping them pay for tuition, books, and other expenses. He also began mentoring young entrepreneurs, sharing his experiences and offering guidance to those who were just starting out. He wanted to help them avoid the mistakes he had made and to encourage them to pursue their passions with confidence. He volunteered his time at local schools, teaching coding classes and inspiring students to explore the world of technology. He believed that everyone should have access to coding education, regardless of their background or circumstances. He created a foundation dedicated to supporting education and entrepreneurship. The foundation would fund scholarships, mentoring programs, and other initiatives that would help students and aspiring entrepreneurs achieve their goals. He used his platform to advocate for greater access to coding education, particularly for students from underrepresented communities. He believed that coding skills were essential for success in the 21st century, and he wanted to ensure that everyone had the opportunity to learn them. He also partnered with local organizations to provide free coding workshops and training programs for adults who were looking to change careers. He wanted to empower people to learn new skills and to find fulfilling and well-paying jobs. Giving back became an integral part of Alex's life. He found immense satisfaction in helping others and in making a positive impact on the world. He knew that his success was not just about making money, it was about using his resources and his influence to create a better future for others. He felt that his journey had come full circle, from facing rejection to empowering others. His mission was to inspire the next generation of coders and entrepreneurs. He had a responsibility to share his knowledge and his experience. Alex's story became a beacon of hope for aspiring coders and entrepreneurs around the world. His journey from facing constant rejection to building a successful app that was making a positive impact on the lives of thousands of students resonated with people from all walks of life. He proved that success is not about following a predetermined path or meeting someone else's expectations. It's about finding your own passion, identifying a problem that you care about solving, and pursuing your dreams with unwavering determination. He showed that rejection is not the end of the road, it's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to create your own path to success. He demonstrated that solving a personal problem can lead to unexpected opportunities and rewards. He inspired countless others to take the leap of faith, to pursue their passions, and to never give up on their dreams, even in the face of adversity. His story became a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of innovation, and the value of giving back. His legacy extended beyond Study Smart and his personal achievements. He became a symbol of hope, a role model for aspiring entrepreneurs, and an advocate for education and innovation. He showed the world that anyone can make a difference, regardless of their background or circumstances. Alex's journey served as a reminder that the greatest successes often come from the most unexpected places. He had set out to solve a personal problem, and in doing so, he had created a global phenomenon. He had faced rejection, disappointment, and self-doubt, but he had never given up on his dream. And in the end, that's what truly mattered. He had proven that anything is possible with perseverance, passion, and a commitment to making a positive impact on the world. His story was a reminder that even the smallest ideas can change the world, one student, one coder, one entrepreneur at a time. He became the inspiration he once sought.